everybody. Everybody on YouTube. It's Tiffany here. It's quarantine time, but it doesn't mean that we can go inwards and upwards. I am doing a live videos to hang out with you guys, right? Just because we're physically disconnected, we can't be spiritually connected. So I wanted to make this video today just to have a two-way conversation. This is not just me talking. And for me, I'm going to answer some questions that I've been getting a lot lately as a full-time healer and Starseed channel. And I know that if one person have this question, I'm sure other people have the same questions as well. So I'm going to cover some of the questions I've posted in the comment section. If you have any other questions or anything you want to share, please feel free to post it in the comment section. Let me know where you guys tuning in from. I'm from Toronto, Canada right now. We are, yes, in the middle of quarantine. Hi, Christine. Hi, I'll call you Jesus and Mary, Magdalene. Hi, Annie. Where are you guys from? How's your day been so far? And I'm also going to go live on Facebook at the same time too, so just 1 second. Hi Facebook, it's Tiffany. I'm going live. I'm doing some Q&A for Spiritual Ascension. And I'm going to start off by saying that this is just from my experience as a spiritual healer and Starseed channeler. I believe that there's as many truths as there is perspectives. You know, each person have their own truth. There's so many versions. So take what serves you today as an affirmation or something that you learn that's new. Oh, we have somebody from Texas. Annie's from Texas. Oh, must be very nice down there. We're sunny and nice. Christine is from California. Wow, that's the sunny countries. That's awesome. So first question, let's talk about, we always get this question, are we going into fourth density or the fifth dimension? So to me, I look at it is in different ways. I know that Bashar have their own perspective. Mine aligns more with the law of one perspective. And I also ask my inner earth, spirit guides, Pleiadian and Nocturian masters of light that I work with. And the answer I get is yes. Yes, we are moving into fourth density. And we are moving into the fifth dimension at the same time. So when I asked my inner earth spirit guide, like, why do we have such varied perspectives about dimensions and densities? They were talking about how very much like we have different system of measuring, like the metric system and the imperial system that measures centimeters or inches. This is also, when you ask about density and dimension, it depends on which star group you're going to ask. They will have like a little bit of a different answer. So it doesn't mean that they're wrong or right. It's just whatever resonates with you. So what is fourth density? We used to be in a very mainly third density space of living. We were third density, very carbon-based beings. And now we are moving in the early stages of fourth density, which is more of a crystalline-based body. So some of you will be experiencing, have already, some symptoms called Ascension symptoms. And let me know, have you guys have a lot of Ascension symptoms? I had a lot last year and the beginning of this year, but ever since the quarantine started, I have not really had a lot of Ascension symptoms. They're all very manageable. So what are Ascension symptoms? Hi, Kiriaki. Hi, Jennifer. Ascension symptoms varies. It could be ringing in the ears. That means that your clairaudience is being activated. It could be irregular heart beat as well, right? Of course, if it's really bad, check out the heart with your doctor. But it's just like randomly once in a while. That's you tuning into the next dimensional heart space, clairsentient. Then you have clairvoyance. So I have so many people messaging me, telling me I'm seeing ghosts, I'm seeing lights, I'm seeing these things. What's going on? Am I going crazy? No, you are not going crazy. right? These are just your inherent abilities that are being reactivated. So don't be afraid of your abilities. They are activating right now. And what my other point that they want to say? Oh, they also said that they show me this vision. When you think about the fifth dimension, it's like a fish tank, right? Let's call this fish tank the fifth dimension. Within this fish tank, you can have different densities in this dimension. So it doesn't mean that, oh, if it's in the fifth dimension, it's only fifth density. It doesn't work that way. So in the fifth dimensional Earth, we have us, the service population, who is just starting our fourth density ascension. There's already fourth density being in the inner Earth. So they are moving right into the fifth density state of being. So then this fifth dimensional Earth can hold fourth density beings, fifth density being, some very small amount of sixth density being, and third density beings. So that's how I look at density and dimension. But all in all, it's a good news. If you're watching this video, you are aligned to the optimal timeline for Earth. That means that disclosure is going to happen. The children, women, men that have been suffering by the dark forces will be liberated. Our jobs as light workers, starseeds, and earth angels is to continually vibrate love and light to help hold up this vibration. Let's see. Next question I get a lot is, what is starseeds? So starseeds are souls that have activated their cosmic consciousness connected to lifetimes beyond this earth. That means the Venusians. There are starseeds connected to Saturn, Jupiter. There is Mars starseeds. There are Pleiadian, Arcturian, Andromedan, Lyran, Sirian, Orion starseeds, Alpha Centauri starseeds, so many millions of us here on Earth. Within the starseed, right, lineage, you can have more than one connection. So you could be like me, an Arcturian, Pleiadian starseed with lifetimes on Sirius and Lyran. You don't have to put yourself in a box. You don't have to say, I'm a Pleiadian starseed. You could be more than one. There's also within your starseed lineage, your energy expression. That is the indigos, right? The indigos, they express an energy that's more like a warrior type. These are more like leaders. These are the ones that have the energy to cut down the old system. They're not afraid to speak their truth. They're here to collapse the system and help us build a new earth. There's blue-ray starseeds, which are more like the healers and transmutator. I have another video, traits about blue-ray starseeds. If that term resonates with you, you can watch that video. There's rainbow starseeds. A lot of these rainbow children are here. Crystal starseeds, diamond starseeds, magenta starseeds. There's so many different rays of expressions that are incarnating on Earth. So don't limit yourself into a box. And let's see. So if you are a starseed, what are some general traits? So general traits is you will, as a young age, feel that Earth is not your true home. You will always feel drawn to space, to the stars. You have creativity. You have a vivid, what people call imagination, right? But it's clairvoyance, really. You will also have these ability innately to follow spirituality, have your spiritual gifts, see past lives, have prophetic dreams, and so on. So there's many ways to tell if you're a starseed or not. You can also do a reading. You can do a channeling practice, right, to connect with your galactic guides or your alien selves. The next question I want to share and maybe talk about more is, why am I having more vivid dreams? So why are we having more vivid dreams? Our solar system is moving into an area in the universe where there's more positive photons. There's this nebula that is part of this great resonance of love and light. This is what we call Ascension. And as we are moving into this area, being zapped by divine source light, what happens to the dark forces, the cabals, the Illuminati, the reptilians, these dark agenda beings? And I also want to say that there's good and bad ETs, right? Even though if they all look like Pleiadians, not all Pleiadian looking aliens are good. So you really have to discern when you're connecting to these ETs and galactic beings, especially if you're new. So yes, where am I? Okay, the sun. So the sun is shifting as a result. The sun is a stargate. You might have already seen in non-mainstream media starships zooming out of the sun. Where are they coming from? The sun is a part of a portaling system. And the secret space program already know about these systems. They're just not telling us, right? They're just keeping us dumb and ignorant and for their own gain and stuff. So there's different types of stargates. There's the sun, right? The stars, the natural stargates. There's the artificial stargate, which could be made, right, with ancient technologies, alien technologies. Then there is the type of stargates that only opens under certain circumstances. For example, certain energetic alignment, planetary alignment, cosmic flow, and so forth. So the sun is able to transfer these quantum messages and information. And this is not new. This has been proven and studied by a lot of award-winning physicists, right? That light itself can carry DNA information. Light itself carries, right, in the bigger picture, life. So as our sun is shifting with these solar flares, solar storm, the Schumann resonance, right, it's going off. Our body is responding, including your pineal gland. So your pineal gland is being activated right now. A lot of you would have had messages from your spirit guides and higher self to clear out heavy metal in your body. Don't worry too much about the 5G. The 5G will be shut down once we, clear out the system, clear out these old energies. Our body will also vibrate at a higher frequency where 5G can't even affect us. So don't be too afraid, right? Be discernful, be knowledgeable, but also don't get into the fear mode. On top of that, when your pineal gland activates and opens, your dream time has a few purposes. Your vivid dreams, number one, to help you integrate and process your experience during the day. Number two, allow you to see alternative timelines or parallel universe. Number three, a message from your higher self or spirit guides. And number four is a way for you to explore your multidimensional selves in the astral realm. So these are usually the four things that I notice with dream time. And we're having these vivid dreams because whatever we can't have time to process during our conscious awareness is being processed while we're sleeping. So if you have fears and you didn't have time to work on it during the day, your higher self will replay these dreams for you to complete its process and integration so you don't have to experience it in your conscious time. This is also why some of you feel time is speeding up. Why is time speeding up? Because of these ascension energies. Why is karmic contracts more easily dissolved now compared to 10 years ago? Because of these ascension energies. So your dreams are good. Even if you're having nightmares, some of you feel like, oh, I'm having nightmares. I must be doing something wrong. I need to stop meditating. Not exactly. If you're having nightmares, it could actually mean you are doing something really good. You're processing your fears in the astral realm, so you don't have to experience it in the future. Let's see if there's any questions so far. What about nightmares? Yeah, so nightmares, like I said, it's a way for your subconscious mind to process your fears. So what is really good for each of you to do is have a dream journal. Right when you wake up, even before you open your eyes, remember your dream, right? Get as many details as you can, then slowly come and into the awake state and write it down right away. Now, don't get too involved in the dream and analyze it too much. Just ask your higher self, hey, is this something that I need to look into, or is it just like a processing dream? If it's just a processing dream, let it go. If it's a message, perhaps you saw an ancestor, a grandmother, or someone that have passed away, there might be some ancestral work that's ready for you to do. And not all of it is bad. A lot of times people think, oh, when we get messages, it's all bad. No, it can be positive. It could be an activation, it could be an upgrade, an update, or transmission. So there's good news in that. Let's see, what is the next question? So the next question is, I'm being attacked by negative entities. What can I do? So the first thing, if you're experiencing negative attachment, whether it's with a real person or an astral entity, is don't fear it. I don't actually fear entities. I think maybe because I've gone through like dark night of the soul and depression like you guys, so I'm not afraid of them anymore. I'm like, yeah, I know you guys. So don't fear. When you generate fear, it feeds them. It gives them energy. So if you remain neutral, then they don't have food. They don't have power over you, no matter if it's a person in real life or an astral entity. Oops, sorry. So first, there's two ways when it comes to releasing negative entities or psychic attack. First, find out where is this cause? Where is this coming from? Is this an implant? An implant is usually something that is attached in your auric field or chakra system, and it replays itself. It's the same message, same voice, right, over and over again. If it's an astral entity, right, there are some little guys that I've seen sometimes in people's auric field. And these little guys, they may not do a lot of damage. They're just suck energy. Those one you can just peel it off and send it back to the dimension. Give it to the angels, send love and light and thanks to angels, and please bring it back to their dimension. Then you have the more advanced entities that have their own consciousness. These ones are a little bit more tricky, because they can actually have like a conversation with you and you're like, oh my goodness. So there's that type of entities. And then there's like the stuff that you don't want to touch, like demonic entities. And those one you really need to have someone that has a really high skill level to help you remove it. And when I say help you remove it, at the end of it, it's you, right? The healing can do as much as they can. But at the end of the day, if you don't do your practice, if you're not committed, if you're not putting that strong boundary, it can come back. So it's really about you. You are your own master healer. So there's that. And then there's a different type of entities too. This type is what you would call a spirit or ghost. They will look like a human body, but it would be like foggy or shadowy. Those are kind of like spirits that's coming, not necessarily with bad intentions, but to finish a karmic debt or to finish a karmic contract. So these souls, right, all you have to do is ask an ascended master to mediate between the two of you. What was the soul contract? So for me, for example, I had a soul like that followed me for a few days, and I'm like, what is this? Then I asked Mother Kuan Yin, and she said, this is a soul coming back to finish the soul contract. So I just saw Mother Kuan Yin hold each one of us in the palm of her hand, and there's like a red line between us. And apparently we were like warriors. We fought each other and we killed each other in one lifetime. And it's time to complete that karma. So we conducted a forgiveness ritual, forgiveness practice, sending love and light to each other. And then that red cord was dissolved, and I never saw the spirit again. So when that happens, ask. It could be just as simple as completing it with a forgiveness practice. So don't be afraid. With entities, it really depends on the severity. If your body is actually reacting, you need to see someone in person. You need to have like a shaman sit you down and actually help you expel that negative entities out of your field. It might take more than one session though, depending on how chronic it is. If it's more mild, you can do some self-healing, you can do some channeling, some healing session to release these entities. When you're clearing entities, one thing to remember is check your surroundings. So I work with clients where it's not only the energy field they're feeling, it's also their home as well. So you need to kind of open your third eye or have someone that has their third eye open to help you. I have seen in sessions where there are these kind of really negative symbols on the walls of the person's home. I have seen portals being opened in people's apartment. So no matter how much they clear, the next day, these little guys are like, hee, we're back. So do a thorough cleanse. Make sure you cleanse your body, close off these portals, wipe off these weird symbols that people put with dark magic or whatever. Cleanse it all. So that's the best advice I can give you, and hope that it helps. The next question I get a lot is, I see spirits, but I don't know how to stop seeing them. So many of you have recent lifetimes that are highly spiritual, right? You have advanced spiritual gifts. And a lot of times these spiritual gifts carry over and is still active in your present time. So what I see is, even in myself, a lot of you guys are mediums, but it's a different type of medium. This is what I call the shepherds. The shepherds can see lost spirits or ghosts, but our job is not to like read them and connect them with their family. Our job is to help them transition, right? Go towards the light, follow the angel, let the angel bring you to the next realm. So if you're seeing spirits or human ghosts, don't freak out. One, you always have the choice. If you don't want to see that, tell your higher self, please shut this off. Please direct this energy, my clairvoyance, to see the light instead, right? So ask your higher self to redirect the flow of energy. Instead of seeing this realm, see the higher realm. You can do that. And with the higher realm, you always have to ask, right, in order for it to happen. So there is the human spirits. So what you would do when you see these human spirits is, without being too involved, just ask them, hey, I see you. I know that you sense me too. What can I do for you? I cannot, bring you to the next realm, but if you allow me to, I can ask the Ascended Master or angels to help you. If you get a yes from that soul, then your work is done. Just ask the archangels to come and say, hey, there's a lost soul here. Can you please guide them to where they need to be? And your job is done. So there's that. I've also met spirits that doesn't want to move on. In that case, you just say, well, I've asked the angels to be here with you. Whenever you're ready, you can transition and move forward to your soul light journey. So that's what you can do. And then the next question is, what can we do to stay grounded during this time? So at this time with the quarantine, it's important for us spiritual light workers, however you label yourself, right? To understand yourself, to stay in highest alignment possible. Be in love, be in light. Doesn't mean that your shadows won't come up. And if it does, work on it. Love your inner child, right? Say hi to her, say hi to him. Ask your inner child, what can I do for you? Sometimes you even have to apologize to your inner child and say, I'm so sorry I've been disconnected. I'm so sorry I've made you felt unsafe. I want to work with you. Can you please come and connect with me? Let's heal, integrate together. So work with your inner child, heal those mother-father wounds. Work on your shadow as well, the ego, right? There's different aspects of your ego that tells you different programs. So have a staff meeting, go into a meditation, ask your higher self and your ego to come meet you. The aspect of my ego that is panicking about abundance, can you come forward and meet me? Then see it come in front of you. What does it look like? Honor it and ask, well, What is your purpose? Why do you keep replay this mental blockage in my head? It's not very helpful. And the ego might be like, oh, I want to replay it. So then it would keep you safe, just in case. Then you can converse with your ego and say, well, that's not very helpful. It's draining my energy. It's lowering my vibe. So you have a choice. You can leave, go back to source. You can transform, or you can stay the way you are. What would you like? Most of the time, your ego will say, grow with you. So you can transform them. Ask the Ascended Master to shine light on your ego and transform this aspect into a higher state of being. So for me, I saw fear as like a little mouse, and then I transformed it into a lion. So you can do things like that to raise your vibration. The other thing you can do is just do whatever makes you feel in the highest alignment as possible, right? Painting, creating. This is a time to go inwards, right? To really evaluate what is normal. We will not go back to normal after this, guys. A lot of people are awakening. We are seeing the old system no longer works. A woman had to pay $43,000 in medical bills for this coronavirus thing. That doesn't work. The cabals have been kidnapping women and children. These dark, dark stuff. We don't want that. We don't consent to that. We don't want that anymore on this planet. There's money. Money is being greatly controlled. Guys, there's this large sum of money waiting to be distributed to each one of us. But the cabal has been blocking it. So the abundance is there, right? We're just in the process of cleaning out these guys so that the abundance can be shared to every single person. So as light workers, it's time to connect, right? I see so many of you doing live classes, doing teachings. That's great. Connect with each other, really come together and exponentially create more love and light for the planet. So be in service, create, and love yourself. Love your shadow. When my shadow comes up, I just witness and tell the shadow, I love you. Sorry you feel this way, but we can work this out. And I just sit there and I feel it out. I witness it. So I hope that these Q&As have helped you guys, maybe answer some questions. Do you guys have any questions? Maybe anything with your guides? Let's see. Janie, I have never had anxiety and panic, but have been overwhelmed with this over the past 2 weeks. Is this normal? I'd be grateful for your guidance. So with this reading, I'm just going to ask my guides, because in private sessions, I ask your guides. In these things, I usually ask my guides. So the anxiety and panic you're feeling, Janie, is multidimensional. So most of it, you're tuning into the collective, what some people are feeling. Your crown chakra is really open. So you're really connected to another timeline that's being collapsed right now. So I would say, Janie, if you're still here, strengthen your astral armor. Your astral body right now is kind of like really open. So visualize yourself being grounded in this ball of light and really anchoring yourself into the body. Visualize your chakra system like a rainbow body, and that will also help you really anchor in this now as well. Did I answer the whole question? The anxiety and panic, my guides are also saying, is you can release it really well with breath work. So they are talking about breath work, use breath work to release it, right? You're very sensitive, very in tune with others. So the breath work will bring you back into your own alignment. So I hope that helps, Janie. Let's see, any other questions? Shoshana, I have been getting a lot of downloads lately, but I can't see who's giving me them. How can I better identify where they're coming from? I believe they are a mix of light master messages and ancestral messages. Great question. So, Shoshana, with yours, my guides are saying you're right. It comes from different sources. Your crown chakra actually is integrating into your third eye chakra. I can see in your energy body. So to identify them, use your heart. You can use basic channeling techniques by asking a question and then feeling a yes or no. So for me, a yes, I'll get this feeling in my heart. For no, I'll feel nothing. So when you connect in your meditation, right, connect with your higher self first. Make sure you're in alignment with the higher realm. Once you feel aligned with your higher self, then ask, dear my higher self, is this message from the Master of Light? Show me a yes or no, and then feel. You might be clear audience, you might hear yes or no. You might just get a thought form of yes or no, so each of you is different. I believe it mixed messages of ancestral message. So my guides are also saying that at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter where it comes from. It really depends on what you do with the message. So deciphering the messages comes with practice, and it comes with harnessing your ability. That will come more and more. No problem. And anyone has any questions, maybe with their guides or anything? We're just chilling, hanging out. Let's see. Question: how will we know if a stalking spirit is cleared? So stalking spirits clear once you cannot feel them anymore in your field. Now, when you do remove something, there will be like a tail end experience where occasionally you will get images of it. Those are just remaining residual that's clearing out of your body. Doesn't mean that the entity or spirit's still there. But usually there will be no more new interactions. They will be completely gone. You should feel lighter once you clear the spirits out of your field. Let's see. Question. What are the symbols I see when I'm closing my eyes? This question is for Annie. So Annie, the symbols that you're seeing is 80% angelic, 20% galactic origin. How do I meet my guides? So there's so many ways to meet your guides, Annie. If you're interested, I actually have a free class. It's a 3-day series called Open to Channel, and you can find it on my website, High Priestess Ascension. Just sign up for it. It's absolutely free. And each day we go to connect with the Ascended Master, the animal guides, and the archangels. So that's how you train yourself. And I teach you how to do the invocation, what practices and protection to do, so you can align yourself to the higher realm. Yeah, and there's lots of videos on my YouTube channels too. Definitely will help. Hi, Norm. Oh, thank you so much. It's good to see you too. Take care. Be safe. See you later, Norm. Any question on Facebook, like let me know. Next question on YouTube. I've been hearing ringing in my ears for the last several weeks. Is this associated with a spiritual awakening? Okay, let me see. Yes, absolutely. I think it's Sisi, right? I don't know if I pronounced it right. Excuse me if I didn't. But my guides are saying that the ringing in your ears is psychic abilities being activated, especially between the sona ears and your third eye and throat chakra area. Energy, just by seeing intuitively, it's like opening up here, but it's not fully integrated yet. It's kind of like halfway into the body, like the skull. Hope that makes sense. Did I talk about the dreams? Yes, Amanda, I talked about the dreams already, but you can definitely watch the replay. If you have any question right now, Amanda, you can let me know too about your dreams. Just channeling with my guides right now. Question on YouTube: how can I overcome my bad habits? Very strongly from my guides, the first term I see is inner child. So work with your inner child, connect with your inner child. A lot of these bad habits are just service symptoms. It's actually coming from a deeper vibrational core. So work with your inner child. And your inner child is almost like it's like a time machine. It brings you back to your core wound, where this pattern first originate. So V, what you can do is you can feel into the habit that you want to work on and feel the sensations in your body. Maybe it's tense, maybe it's tightness in the chest. And then in your meditation, ask yourself, when was the first time or last time I felt this? Can my inner child, that aspect of me, please come out and work with me? Ask your inner child to come with you. And then what you're doing here is resolving that trauma. So for example, if that inner child wants love, then you, as her or him's future self, give them love, right? In whatever way possible in the healing realm. If you need more information, I do have some resources too, so let me know if you need some extra help. Hi, Christine. I have had trouble sleeping lately, tossing and turning. I've had some fears. Is this part of my spiritual awakening gifts? See, okay, cool. Let me ask. Trouble sleeping, has some fears. Is that part of her spiritual gifts? It is, Christine. So what I was shown by my spirit guide is that you have a lifetime that is a very powerful, it's not a witch, it's not a priestess, but you work with magic. You definitely work with astrology, magic, and herbs. And in that life, there's some karma, some trauma, like you were made fun of because of your powers. People didn't like you because of your power. My guides is saying this is being healed. So as homework, Christine, go into a meditation, ask your higher self and your Akashic guides to connect you with that self, that past life self. We'll call her that empowered medicine woman. Talk to her, help heal her. Let her know this is not the time to suffer anymore. What you are processing, Christine, as part of your spiritual ascension right now, is releasing the fears of your spiritual gifts. Like part of your subconscious is afraid of your powers, and it comes from this past life. So work with this past life self, right? Release it, heal it, give her love, send her love, and tell her that this gift is now going to be appreciated. This is a safe time for me to embrace this gift again and shift your timeline as a result. So yeah, that's what I got from my guides. And Amanda on Facebook, what can I do right now to further understand my mission at this time? What can I do right now to further understand mission? So Amanda, my guides suggest meditation, but not just any type of meditation. They say you do best in meditation when you are actively doing something. So they show me like a pen and paper. So perhaps like come into meditate to say, put on some nice music and start writing. They say that when you write, you start to flow, and that's when the magic happens. Your mission at this time is connecting with the Pleiades. There we go. We have a very strong message. Connect with the Pleiades. Jennifer, when I close my eyes outdoors, I am seeing colors now, reds, orange. Not sure if this is part of spiritual gift or messages. Okay. So Jennifer see colors outdoors when she closes her eyes. What is this? Is this part of her spiritual gifts? Is this a message? It's a message, Jennifer, it's a message from the elemental realm. The elemental realm is like fairies, trees, elder dragons, the elementals. So the elementals is connecting with you, and that's a message from them. What else? Any other questions? 5 more minutes so I can help for a little bit more. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you, guys. My pleasure. I'm happy to help. George, can you help me with my star origin? So star origin will take a more comprehensive reading. That's when I find I get into the state and it's more accurate. So I think that's the best way to go about it, George, is to do a reading. Doesn't have to be me. It could be someone else. I'm saying that because starseed origin can have a few. You could be connected to a few star systems. So for me to go in and channel right now, it would take a while. But with you, I'm seeing Octurus as one of them for sure. So maybe start from that direction and then expand outwards. Cool. Question. Any ideas to ask fairies for help? They have been visiting me a lot recently. Any ideas to have fairies for help? They've been visiting me a lot lately. Okay. The fairy-like sound, Shoshana. So your voice, either singing, right, when you're outdoors. They also like sweets. So you can have like an offering of like honey or candies. They like little shiny things too. They definitely, fairies really, they're really selective. They only work with people that cares about earth and animals. So if you show that you care about animals and earth, they will work with you. And the fairies helped me with a lot of things, actually. They helped me actually clear the little mouse from my apartment. I'm like, oh my God, no, I can't have a mouse in here. You know, fairies, please help. The next day I found the mouse in the garbage. I'm like, okay, how did it get into the garbage? There's no way. Like something moved it in the garbage. And then I just let it go in the park. So what my boyfriend did anyway. So they can help. So you just gotta be really nice with the fairies. All right, next question. What do I need to do next to progress my mission on the earth? What do I need to do next to progress my mission on the earth? Let me see. Throat chakra stuff, Cece, is your expression. All I saw when I asked my guides was this blue light coming into your body and my throat wanting to speak. So your next part is to share. Share your wisdom. Talk about what you know, even though if you feel, oh, people already know this, or it's, you know, what do I have to say anyway? Share. This is the center of soul purpose, purification, expression, authenticity. So work on this area. Why do I seem to lose people in my life who are very spiritual? So V, actually that question was asked by me by someone else. The reason is there's a lot of timelines shifting right now. So each one of us is consciously choosing what timeline or temporal space we're going into. So some of them might not align right now anyway to your path, but they might converge back in to your future. So don't be afraid if they need their own space, especially right now. If you look at the chakra system, collectively we are moving from this dark night of the soul and the third eye energy center to the crown energy center. So when we in this area collectively, a lot of light and shadows will come into play. A lot of chaos can happen, right? Chaotic energy is not bad. It's just movement of energy. So if they need to go their own way, just honor them. You will find new people that align with you. Do you connect to galactic or the cosmos, the minds extract through your navel chakra? You can. The navel chakra is also the solar plexus chakra, right? Or the sacral, which one? Either one of them. You can, but I would say connect through your upper chakras. Your solar plexus have more of like a clear sentient, like gut feeling energy. But if you want more like clear messages through visions or voice, then the upper chakras would be good. But it's also important, like I mentioned before, to ground yourself. The more grounded you are, actually, the more open the channels become. Yay, awesome. So one more question, no more question. Awesome. Well, let me know. I would love to do this type of live again, just to say hi and chill with my fellow starseeds and lightworkers. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and I can answer them in the next video. You can join me live to interact with the spirit and channel messages together. Thanks so much, everyone, for joining me and sending you lots of love and light. If you want to have some extra resources, you can check out my website, highpriestessascension.com. There's lots of free courses, really. Inner alchemy, which is working with the emotional body. Activate your inner goddess, the 6 archetypes of goddess energy. What else is free? Opening to Channel, a 3-day masterclass series. That's absolutely free. So there's lots of free resources. We're home, work on yourself and message me if you need any extra support. If I can help you, I'll direct you to someone else or, give you a book to read or something. But thanks so much for co-creating this space with me. Awesome. And I will see you guys next time.